The Full Melt Show is intended for a mature audience. It contains adult themes, adult content, and sometimes adult language. Listener discretion is advised.
It's the Full Melt Show.
Are you high? What are you talking about?
It's the Full Melt Show, a marijuana discussion about news, culture, and entertainment. TheFullMelt.com. It's your backyard. It's celebrity interviews, talks with politicos. Plus, your calls are on the air. Download the Full Melt app, free at the Apple and Android app stores. With your host, Steve Green, the Full Melt Show.
Yes, welcome, and I think I got it fixed. Welcome to our impromptu session of the Full Melt Show. We're calling it Coast to Coast Pot Pillow Talk on tonight's show. Or is it this morning's show? Ooh, it got all quiet. Good morning. Normally I have a show host, and I'd introduce them now, but they're not here. What I'm more interested in is the show working right? And there's only one way to find out, I can tell you that. So if you're just tuning in out of the blue, out of nowhere, because you happen to be hanging out in your PJs, Betty Bye time, maybe you popped in and saw what's going on and say, hey, I'm going to stop in and I don't know, what's this guy doing on, what is this crazy video? Well, you just happen to find us doing some late night audio testing, but if you'd like to maybe join the conversation, add to the fun, as it were, it's a real simple number, 248-278-8067. 248-278-8067. Doing some broadcasting on YouTube. Also doing some broadcasting on Facebook and up on the Spreaker as well. Doing all three because earlier today I discovered that nobody could hear us. And that's not good. Hey, thanks for joining us, John Schickler. Appreciate you popping in on the Facebook feed. What I need to know, and maybe you can help me, but I'm just going to test it myself anyways. So I've got a way of putting this particular phone on the air. I've got another phone. I've got two phones here. I've got two, well, let me say that another way. I've got two cell phones here, an iPhone 7 Plus and a Galaxy Samsung 7, what is it, S7? So it's a 7 Plus iPhone and an S7 Android Galaxy Samsung. And the Galaxy I can put on the air because I can plug it in. The new iPhones, they don't have that port on there anymore. You got to have the special attachment, and I lost mine. It's just a little dongle. But it's so tiny, it's easy to lose. There, you see all the music's on. So I want to see is that that's actually coming through. And I guess the only way to find out is, I don't know, maybe I'll just go see if I can find some music over here. Maybe I'll go to the Apple Music place and just start playing some Apple Music. Because I'm going to have to tune in myself. So here's something appropriate. There we go. I'm just going to test and see if I can hear this audio. And you enjoy the music for a minute. Well, I can see the Facebook part is working right, so that's a good thing. Going to check out the YouTube part now. Stand by. All right, that's as much as I can play. I got to play something else now because if I don't, YouTube's going to strike me, and that won't be good. So let's just find a different song. Da 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 da. Cha da cha 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 cha. Oh, I don't want to play any of that crap. Let me see here. I'm just finding something appropriate. What happened to the Apple Music? Here we go. Do we have something else? No, let's find something else. La 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 la. No, I'm not looking for that. Something else. All genres. We're going to do alternative. Just find something in the alternative genre. thought of you at. I thought I had you on hold. I was going to play that a little bit. See what that is. Here we go.
I don't blame you.
Checking the YouTube feed while we play the song. For a minute, anyways, before YouTube strikes us.
I can't hold on to an empty space.
Now you found a new start to orbit. It could be love. I think you're too soon to call us old. When and where did we go cold? I
love the little electronic part of this song. I don't think I can play it, though, because it's too long in. I'll have to change songs again. This is a great song, though.
I always saw you coming back to me. When and where did we go cold? I thought I had you on hold.
I already know I got struck by YouTube. They're going to post this video. That's okay. Enjoy it anyways for a second. I'm still trying to find the YouTube feed.
My young heart chose to believe we were destined. Young hearts only love, call it a lesson. The stars and the charts and the cards make sense only when we want them to. When I lie awake staring into space, I see a different view.
Now you found a new star to orbit. It could be love. I think you're too soon to call us so. When and where did we go cold? I thought I had you on hold, and every time I let you leave, I always saw you coming back to me. When and where did we go cold? I thought I had you on hold. I thought I had you on hold. I thought I had you on hold.
So what that means is I had to stop playing the song. I found out that the audio is working in all places like it was supposed to be. It was just a simple setting in the computer. We'll be right back with a real portion of this show next.
You're getting the full melt.
Your pets aren't just animals, they're members of your family. That's why we are excitedly wagging our tail about our hemp-based product that caters specifically to your best friend. Hemp oil drops are great for aging as well as active dogs and cats, and really all kinds of pets. Hempwell drops are made from virgin, cold-pressed organic hemp oil. Our extraction process ensures the highest quality oil for your pet, with superior taste, smell, and nutrition. We hold ourselves to the highest standards, never using heat, chemicals, or preservatives in making our hemp oil products for pets. Pick up a bottle of Hempwell drops today at select retailers or online at hempwell.com. Hempwell, hemp health for pets.
If you missed the last Full Melt show,
you missed a lot.
Yes, sir. We are just here to get you qualified, okay, for the lower interest rates.
This is a Visa card.
Okay. It's a Visa card, starts with 4, right?
So why do you need the numbers off the card?
I was going to let you know, like, what is your new interest rate going to be and what you qualified for, okay?
Well, wouldn't it be a security risk if I was to give my card number over the phone?
Like, sure, we are the ones who send you the billing statement every month.
Aren't you really just a liar? Aren't you just lying about this? Aren't you just trying to steal my credit card number? Oh, you are? You little piece of shit? You're a little fucking liar, aren't you? You're a little foreign piece of shit, aren't you? You're a little foreign fucking puke, aren't you?
That's what you are. You fucking piece of shit.
Oh no! You get to suck my fucking. You get to suck my fucking American dick, you foreign piece of fucking shit. There you go. That's how you do that.
Imagine a world where patients can use marijuana like any other medicine. The Marijuana Patients Organization challenges the status quo by helping our neighbors to enjoy a better quality of life. Visit the MPO at marijuanapatients.org and enjoy informative articles, engaging debates, and information about treatments, doctors, and dispensaries in your area. Over 50,000 people have registered at marijuanapatients.org since 2010. Join us at the Marijuana Patients Organization today, marijuanapatients.org.
When you need legal help, you don't want to guess at who's standing next to you in court. And when it comes to a medical marijuana defense, it's even smarter to partner with a lawyer before you need one. Based in Royal Oak, David Rudoy has a proven history of not being afraid to take your case all the way to the Supreme Court and win. Find the law offices of Rudoy Law
at RudoyLaw.com.
RudoyLaw.com is a quick reference on your rights concerning Michigan medical marijuana
and up-to-date news.
That's RUDOI Law.com. Call 248-935-9074 now and talk about your legal needs, because at RudoyLaw.com, we don't just stand up for you, we stand up with you.
Wish your skin could bounce back like it used to? Neutrogena Hydro Boost Water Gel instantly quenches skin to keep it supple and hydrated day after day. With hydrating hyaluronic acid, which retains up to 1,000 times its weight in water. This refreshing water gel plumps skin cells with intense hydration and locks it in. For supple, hydrated skin that bounces back. Hydro Boost from Neutrogena. See what's possible.
And now, a Planet Green Trees flashback.
That is the paradox. You can't make the civil employees rebut the presumption, right? The state just gave $8.5 million to this administrative agency to implement. I mean, the concept there is a little offset.
The police are still seem to be involved in it.
Nothing takes incentives away from police. In fact, it gives them more fish to shoot in the barrel.
Right.
The police are literally the regulatory agency for the entire program.
And why is that?
They needed their cut.
They're the only ones knowledgeable and responsible enough to handle it. This major public health and safety issue.
Don't miss the Planet Green Trees Show. Thursdays at 8 Eastern on Spreaker. It's the Full Melt Radio Show. You're darn tootin' it is. We're calling it Coast to Coast Pot Talk AM here on the Full Melt program.
I wish I found some better sounds no one's ever heard.
I should play some more music on the show. I don't do it because it's all copyrighted and you got to get, you don't have direct permission. All that audio, it won't stay. So I can't play it. All I can play is little clips like that. I mean, this is considered fair use, and they won't ban me for this because it fades out. You just get a little taste. It's a clip. So as long as it's like 30 seconds or less, they're good with it. But if it goes over that, you're screwed. Listen, John, if you're still listening, Mr. Schickler, you wanted me to find some Mason Jennings music. Now, I am unfamiliar with Mason Jennings as an artist. But you said Criminal Government was the name of the song, and I found Mason Jennings, but I'm not finding Criminal Government. It sounds like maybe you're mistaken about the name of the song. That's the only guess that I can make. That being said, if you want to type it back in there, I'll see if I can find your Mason Jennings for you. I would hate to venture to guess through what of his material might be appropriate, because I don't know the artist. But I will trust you that it's a good song. 248-278-8067. I'm Steve Green. We did figure out the answer to the mystery question, which is, does the audio work? And the answer is, yes, it does. We were having a problem earlier, and I just wanted to make sure before we did tomorrow's show that we at least had a way to make sure that it was working here. And it clearly, apparently is, which is a magical thing. Now, it wouldn't bother me to do a show nightly like this in the wee hours of the morning. Now, see, it's only like 9 p.m. out on the Cali coast. So, hello to my friends out on the Cali coast. I know it's only 9 o'clock, but it's midnight here. It's the witching hour here. Look at me pointing at the camera like that. We need you. I need a better light, and I need a better camera angle. You got the back of my head. Got the smooth back of my head right there on the camera. The equipment's probably more interesting than my face anyways. There's a lot of gadgetry here. You can see yourself call, by the way. 248-278-8067. 248-278-8067. I think I put it right on the feed. Now, I've been told that I can go to I can do this on see, I'm going to go for all the places I can get. If I can put this up on Twitter, I'll put it up on Twitter. I don't even know if there's some other weird, strange thing you got to do with Twitter to get a live video feed up on Twitter. But I know that Twitter's a great social media tool for sharing, and it's a whole different monster, the Twitter. So I'm gonna have to see if I can wrangle that. But I don't look. It was bad enough trying to figure out how to get up on YouTube. And it's strange that it's really a Google Hangout. You're live in a Google Hangout spot, but really you're broadcasting live on the YouTube. So I'd be interested to see where you're calling from. And thanks, incidentally, John, for your Am I Legalized Dinner announcement post for February 11th at 4:20 p.m. until whenever at 207 Church Street in Lincoln, Michigan. That's 48742 if you're looking it up on Google Maps. There is a fundraising dinner and dance, so don't come Dutch. Or if you do, make sure you leave room in the passenger seat. That's all I'm saying there. What's keeping you up tonight? Like if you're up on the East Coast and you're, watching the YouTube feed with us and playing along, what's on your mind at this hour? What makes it so that you want to, dial around on channel surf, so to speak, up on the Facebook or over on YouTube? What makes you jump on the internet tonight? Are you just bored? Have you done the cord cutting yet with the cable man? Are you just down to watching YouTube videos and such? Because I'd really like to know. I know that a lot of people don't have cable anymore, either because, they just don't spend that much time with cable, found it an excessive waste of money. And, the stuff that I want to watch, I can pretty much get on demand, so I do it online. If that's the case, I think doing some more of this might suit the needs of our viewers or our listeners or our tune-in audience a little bit better. Doing videos like this. One of the things I like about the Facebook feed and the Google feed, the YouTube feed, is that you do have the option, if you wanted to Chromecast. I don't know if you've got the Chromecast, but if you've got a Roku device, it's much similar to that. Where there's an icon on both Facebook and I think Chrome has an icon on there too that you can click and put the display, put whatever's on your computer on your television. And so I like that feature here. Because if we continue to do this video stuff, we're going to do this in a much more comprehensive way. With better cameras, a nice mixer, do a lot of on-location stuff, so that you can have a flavor of what's going on across the country from multiple cameras in live full color coverage. HD, 1080p, maybe we'll get into the 4K if we can get, I don't know if we can do 4K. 4K is a lot to ask of the 4G LTE broadband system. Right now, doing 1080p video isn't so bad. But you start moving into 4K, I mean, how many people can even see the 4K? I'm happy with this. This is just simple standard definition video. It gives you an indication of what's going on, but if I'm going to go on location, say, if we were going to follow Cannabis Cup and end up, at their ultimate event down in the Bahamas, well, Jamaica, hanging out there on the sandy beaches of Jamaica with your warm toes in the water, sipping a Mai Tai or whatever you do in Jamaica. Okay, probably smoking local Jamaican Rastafarian weed. That's probably what you'd be doing. Then I want to give you a really detailed, full immersion spectrum of what's going on out there. Across what do they call that? A cross-cut sample, a slice of that pie. But an immersion slice, not just a digital, not just a little, pixelated, weird, can't make it out thing like with this image here. This is just a tester. When we get down there doing stuff down there, I'd like to do, something a little more broad. And, no matter where we go, if we're in California, showing you stuff happening in Cali, we'll bring our set with us and give you a flavor for what's happening, why we're there, what other people are seeing, what's the big ruckus, what's all the rage. There's always something new and strange happening in the world, and there's even more happening, strange and unusual, noteworthy, stuff you could write home to Mom about as long as Mom is 420 friendly. This is nasty tobacco. It probably should be, more illegal than the weed. And the weed shouldn't be illegal at all. So there you go. I think this test has suited its purpose, but have we suited yours? You don't want to join in the conversation tonight? You're a little shy? We did get some participation online. We did get some people making comments online. I'm going to delete these videos, the ones that are going up right now. So why don't you take the opportunity, the chance, to tune in. There's Mark Cisco. Hey, how's it going, Mark? All tobacco is nasty. Yes, you're correct. Tobacco's a dirty, ugly thing. I have a horrible addiction to it. One day soon, I hope to beat that addiction. It's going to take some focus and some concentration, and it's going to take a steel cage because for the first week or so, I'm going to be a gorilla behind bars because I'm going to have to put myself behind bars because I turn into an ugly imp without the influence of tobacco. Because I don't enjoy any of this at all. There's not much about this that I enjoy. It's simply an addiction fix. It made you lose your teeth. Well, that's not a good thing. I saw the tooth, the RIP message you put there, Mark, about the tooth. Was that from chewing or from smoking? The whole lost your tooth thing. Or teeth, I guess, in this case. Smoking's a bad thing all around. It's not good orally. It's not good for your lungs. It's not good for your heart. It's not good for a lot of stuff. But I think if I've got a little bit of oomph underneath me left, and I think I do. Oh, it's from smoking, he says. Mark, you should call up the show, Mark. I mean, you got a phone. You got a phone? What? 8. So you lost 8 teeth from smoking? Really? That's terrible, Mark. I didn't even realize that you're a cigarette smoker. I know you're a dabber. I know you do the cannabis. I know you got the reefer following you around, but I didn't know you had the cannabis hook in you. You should call the show, Mark, 248-278-8067. Come on, join me on the show, and give us a little fever of the flavor of the UP, because we'd like to taste it up there. I know that my friend Lex Miller is from Lex Go Case is not in the UP. He's in the northern Michigan, mid-northern Michigan area. But, I know that he does rub his wood with tongue oil. I said rubbing wood with tongue. Never mind. What I haven't smoked tobacco in 5 years. Well, that's a good thing. But you still just, I saw you recently spit out a tooth. So when you quit smoking the tobacco, does it still follow you around, Mark? See, why don't you call the show? Because I don't want to, I'm reading the thing on the screen and then answering your questions on the air. I feel like weird. 248-278-8067. It's right there in the show notes. I didn't even pin it. 248-278-8067. Pop Pillow Talk tonight with me and Mark. It's just you and me, brother. Or, if anybody else wants to join in. Right now, I think it's just on the Facebook. It's just me and him. John Schickler was on board, and my friend Mike Wiseman. Where are you, Mike? Why aren't you tuning in? Are you trying to hide from the kiddos tonight? You got the kiddos all tucked away in bed, and, you don't want them to know Dad's staying up late past the Jimmy Kimmel show? Going to do some late night channel surfing? Oh man, I can't get anybody to call in. It's like pulling teeth. Not to offend, I didn't mean to, Mr. Cisco, I didn't mean to bug you there on the. That wasn't aimed at you on the pulling teeth. Okay, maybe it was. It was just a little bit, just a tiny bit. It wasn't really directly aimed at you. It was just, kind of pointed a little bit, shining some light in that direction, but mostly pointed over there somewhere, like in a nondescript place. So we're already at 12:30 in the morning, and I don't know, I think I'm crazy just to keep going because I've already answered the question. I'm really here for you. This just shows the measure of dedication that I am here for the listening audience. He says he can't. He's heading to bed. Aw, he's heading off to bed. Oh, that's a good reason not to get on the phone. Oh, I can't get on the phone now because I'm going to bed. Gonna go to bed, so I'm still watching the YouTube feed. I got the phone in my hand. I'm watching the stream, but I'm going to bed. I can't really call right now. Maybe some other strange night when you're doing a different test. Maybe I'll call then. Not that it just matters or anything. It really doesn't. It's just, there he disappeared on me. And then he went to bed. Oh, he's back again. Oh, somebody's back again. Who knows? That's what I don't like about the counter. The counter's really deceiving because you don't know if it's like, did somebody just click out for a minute because their wife walked in the room and they didn't want to see? Like it was some porn video or something, and then when they left the room again, they clicked back in. Is that what's going on? Or is it somebody else tuning out and somebody else tuning back in? Because you never can tell. It's a mystery. It's one of the great mysteries of broadcasting. I remember when we were doing a regular, 80s radio, back when radio was really radio. When people still listened to that thing. When you could still count on people tuning in to the guy spinning wax down at the local, hop shop with the broadcast antenna. I remember back in those days, I used to smoke like a fiend. Like, the reason is because you can't smoke in the studio like I'm doing now, because this is my own studio. I mean, this is bought and paid for. But, when you're smoking in the studio at work, you can't really do that. And it gums up the equipment. It's not good. Some of this is consumer-grade stuff. I'm not too worried about it, except for this mic. This mic is really nice. And I guess those phones are all broadcast quality stuff over there. All this stuff over here. This thing, that thing is, I guess that's okay. There's several $1,000s worth of broadcast. Maybe I shouldn't be smoking in here. Maybe that's the bigger picture. Maybe I shouldn't be smoking at all, regardless of whether I'm in here or not. But I used to smoke like a fiend because you couldn't be in the studio. So you'd come out to take a smoke break real quick. You'd be out in the, you could see in the studio through the booth window. And there'd be a record playing. And you'd already have one queued up, so you'd light up the cigarette, and you'd hit it a couple times, and then you'd put it in the ashtray on top of the filing cabinet. And then you'd run into the studio because your song was going to end soon. And then you'd switch your song and then queue up another song. And then by the time you got back out there to finish your cigarette, it was almost gone. So you just put it out and light another one. And then your song would end, so you'd have to run back in there again. So I'd go through pack after pack because I'd never smoke, but they're all burnt up. I mean, that's just the life of a DJ in the 70s and 80s. Almost everybody I knew in radio smoked. Almost all of them. And I guess I don't know what it would be like for a non-smoker, because if you were a non-smoker in those days doing radio, oh, God. It must have been like being in my grandmother's house as a kid. We used to have a little tiny, my grandparents were hillbillies, frankly, and they had a really small, humble home. And I love my grandparents to death, but in this tiny little death trap, the family would hold regular poker outings. So they'd be playing different kinds of poker. Because nowadays, everybody just plays, the Texas Hold'em or whatever. That's pretty much everybody's poker thing. Nobody plays standard poker anymore. But my family would hold regular weekly poker games. And everybody in that house smoked. I mean, they smoked like chimneys. And the kids are all over there, hanging out, all the grandkids, the nieces and the nephews and the, whatever. And none of them smoked. Of course, we're kids. And we just get completely choked out because this little, I guess it was, 30 foot by 30 foot. So this is a 900 square foot house filled with smoke. You'd have to step outside, just to catch a breath, for Christ's sake. Kind of like that.
You're getting the full melt.
Your pets aren't just animals, they're members of your family. That's why we are excitedly wagging our tail about our hemp-based product that caters specifically to your best friend. Hemp oil drops are great for aging as well as active dogs and cats, and really, all kinds of pets. Hemp well drops are made from virgin, cold-pressed organic hemp oil. Our extraction process ensures the highest quality oil for your pet, with superior taste, smell, and nutrition. We hold ourselves to the highest standards, never using heat, chemicals, or preservatives in making our hemp oil products for pets. Pick up a bottle of Hempwell drops today at select retailers or online at hempwell.com. Hempwell, hemp health for pets.
Attention. Get ready to write down a very important number.
Michael does not know how to fail. Second place is loser.
If you have a medical marijuana case and need legal representation, call the best, Attorney Michael Comorn.
He's very passionate in the courtroom.
Getting the best outcome requires quick legal action, and it needs to start with one call, toll-free to Attorney Michael Comorn. 800-656-3557. Write it down, 800-656-3557.
Michael Comorn gave us our life back.
Attorney Michael Comorn. Vigorous criminal defense.
Play-Doh Compound can help kids practice communication skills. Start by presenting the visual of the letter or word. Then ask them to mold the Play-Doh compound into the shape of the letters. It's an effective way to foster speech and even writing.
Ram trucks are reaching new heights when it comes to capability and efficiency. The Ram Heavy Duty is the most capable full-size pickup on the road today. And the Ram 1500 is the most fuel-efficient full-size pickup ever. So what does that mean? It means Ram trucks are built for the long haul. Ram, America's longest-lasting pickups.
RootMetrics, in the nation's largest independent study, tested wireless performance across the country. Verizon won big with 153 state wins. AT&T got 38, Sprint got 2, and T-Mobile got 0. Verizon also won first in the U.S. for data, call, speed, and reliability. AT&T got text. Stuck on an average network? Join Verizon, and we'll cover your cost to switch.
It's the Full Melt Radio Show. Hey, welcome to the Full Melt Show. The Midnight Edition.
With other ways I tried to change, happening past leaving me the same.
248-278-8067. You want to join Coast to Coast AM Pot Talk. Coast to Coast AM. That's Coast to Coast in the morning. I guess it's not Coast to Coast yet. Coast to Coast AM would really have to start at 3:00 in the morning. When it's AM, when it's midnight on the West Coast. Right now it's Coast to Coast AM PM, right? Because it's Coast to Coast AM, well, it's Coast AM to Coast PM, I guess. That's what it is. I know, I'm confused too. I'm Steve Green. Normally I do the Full Melt Show if you're tuning in because, boy, you've just seen us at a strange place at a strange hour. Well, welcome to the show. Normally we're here from 7 until 8 p.m. Eastern Time during the week, every Monday through Friday, and many times on the weekend when there are some special events happening we can actually get to. We've been doing this on video before we did the weekly show. It was a weekly show when we were doing video before, and we bring you multi-camera coverage. And that was just once a week, and we were on the radio everywhere, on the regular broadcast. We were syndicated. And then I figured out that is a dying beast. Like, everybody was getting us online anyway, so there was no sense in being on those regular radio stations. 3 of them at the same time, live at the same time. And I was trying to grow it bigger, but I killed it. And then the broadcast computer died, and we were off the air for a little while because the hard drive completely failed. And we came back on as just a regular broadcast show, just radio. The video was gone. Well, we were doing video, and video was really hard to do and very expensive. It's gotten a little easier to do, a little less expensive, but, we're going to go all out when we do it. This year I plan on, for the people that are just listening live right now, and there's not that many, I can share with you this because I'm going back to delete these videos later on. The three that are created. There's one on Facebook. There's one on YouTube. Maybe that's the only 2 videos. But then I've got to delete the Spreaker broadcast as well, so that all this is gone. Because I'm going to get copyright blocked anyways. So I might as well entertain you with something. I don't know. I feel like I should play some kind of... This is a new song from Radiohead. It's called Burn the Witch. I don't know if you've heard this song or not. But I wanted to play this for the Midnight People just as a preview for the alternative crowd because I love alternative rock and roll. Radiohead, Burn the Witch on the new 95 FM. No, wait a minute. What? I flew back to the 70s or the 80s for a second. Okay, it's on thefullmelt.com. Sounds weird coming out like that. Just saying. Joe Post.
Cheer the gallows. This is a roundup. This is a low-flying panic attack. Sing a song on the jukebox that goes. Crosses onward and on. If you float, you burn. Loose talk around tables. Abandon all reason. Avoid all eye contact.
So now I'm really perplexed because I don't know if the music that I'm playing is being heard or not. If you're welcome to the program, Terry Marantet, and then who else joined? John Schickler's back on. Welcome to the show. If you can hear this music behind me on the Facebook, if you can hear what I'm saying right now, somebody say something. Because I'm not hearing me on the Facebook. I'm not hearing this broadcast. And I'm just wondering if Facebook is removing it live because it sees the fingerprint of the copyright. That's what I'm wondering. They're doing something crazy happened with the Facebook when they did the video thing because it's too much to control in a live environment. How do they know a copyright's not being violated? Maybe that's why I couldn't hear the thing. So, I don't know. All right, John, you said you hear it. So, hey, John, I was asking you a question earlier. Maybe you tuned out for a second. Thank you, by the way, for letting me know that you could hear it. Because I can't hear it on my own feed. For some reason, I'm not getting it on my phone. But are you listening on the Facebook feed? And that was Radiohead, by the way. Burn the Witch. I don't know why. I just wanted to preview something. I think it would be nice to do live video with music attached. Oh, see, now it wants to end my stupid broadcast. That's not cool. You know, it says poor wireless connection, blah, 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 pausing. There it's back. Oh, see, a lot of times it just ends it right there. I'd have called copyright there. Oh, yeah, cool. So were you hearing the music, Terry? Was the music playing? Because I couldn't get the music to play on the phone. and I was playing it back on this phone, so I couldn't listen on that phone, and I'm using the computer to broadcast with, so I couldn't listen there. I just got the one place, and it was telling me nothing. Yeah, see, I've got it right here. There's the video right there. I've got it on the phone, but there's no audio playing. So I was a little suspect. John, you were asking before about an artist. Who was it? There was who was it? I got to toggle back on you now because I can't remember who you said it was. It's a great song. See if you can find it. It's Mason Jennings. You said corrupted government or something like that. Do you remember? Do you know that song by another name? Because I found Mason Jennings, but I can't find the song you're talking about. So I'm assuming that the name of the song you're looking for is probably a different song. Or, it's the same song, but different name. It's not the actual name. Yeah, I know Mason Jennings, but what was the song's name? I've got Mason Jennings, the artist, but I don't, it was something about government. And I looked that up, and I'm not seeing that song's name, so I think it's got a different name. What I'm asking you is, do you know that song by a different name? I don't know why I'm doing this This is a weird one-way conversation to me. Because I'm answering questions that people are willing to text but aren't willing to call in. There's something weird and people have an advert. No, that's not the right song. That's not the right word. See, it's too late in the morning. People have this apprehension about phone calling. And so, what is it? It's the only name he knows it by. Well, I can't just list them through until you find the right song. I'll give you the names of them. Let's see, let's search. So Mason Jennings is who you're looking for. And it looks like he's got some older stuff and some newer stuff. I'm a terrible typist. I think I flunked typing. I'm a hunt and pecker. I said pecker, and I use the thumbs and the fingers. I don't use like the whole hand. So Mason Jennings, he's got. I guess he's prolific enough. He's got his own like station on iTunes. Oh God. He's got a Santa Claus is Coming to Town, by the way. Oh no, maybe not. I don't know. Wild Dark Metal is the name of the album that he put out this year, and on that is Death Grips, Future King, Heaven, When Is Real, Everglades, Arma, $2 Man, Painted Answers, Old Days, How I Feel About You, and On the Starry Banks. That's what I've got for Mason Jennings in that album. And then he's got another album. I don't know. I'm confused. Only have phones so I watch. I only have phones so I watch or call. Well, we always like you to call in when you get a chance to, Terry. Unless it costs you. If it's taking your minutes away, don't call. If you can watch and you can text and it doesn't take your minutes away, do it that way. John says, and I have to do I have to make the screen bigger because I can't read all that. It's too small. It's too tiny, and I have too, I don't know. I'm too old now. All right, here we go. So now let me toggle down. It's all done. I will be back on. What? John says, is it all done? I will be back on. No, it's not all done. What's all done? Coast to Coast Pot Pillow Talk is not all done. We're still working it. Just, kind of surfing, seeing how it goes. Why not explore, as long as you're surfing the wave, why get out of the ocean early? Right? Surf the wave. I mean, you came all this way, surf the damn wave. That's what I say. I'm hitting this wrong. I'm trying to make it smaller now. There we go. You'll be back on when? Are you can come out. There is no command and control from this end about when you tune in or when you tune out, John. So I appreciate you tuning in. And, if you want to tune back in another time because you got to go, that's cool. John says, what does he say? Oh, sorry, all good. No, that's all right. I'm going to have to go brush up on, what is it, Mason Jennings now. Now you got me all curious about Mason Jennings. At least can you tell me, is he a pop artist, a rock artist, or a country artist? I'm assuming he's in one of those genres. I didn't even listen because I didn't know which song to play. But if you're turning me on to a cool new artist, I'm all about open ears. Keeping an open mind on the Coast AM to Coast PM Pot Talk show. It's Pot Pillow Talk. Pot Pillow Talk. I need to get some Pot Pillow Talk sound effects. I'm not going to do a Pot Pillow Talk show. I'm just kidding. It's nice to share some time with my friends, though, in the radio arena in off time. Because, I'm so focused on trying to get the news and the information and trying to get it all right so we don't screw it up. We dedicate so much time to programs like this to keep your lives straight, or at least forward, not necessarily straight. Keep them manageable, keep them informed, so when you're making decisions, you're doing it in an informed way. A lot of things on the internet now make the world of consuming news a very difficult and laborious process. It didn't used to be that you had to try and vet the news. You could pretty much trust when you picked up a news source that it was indeed news. One exception, like the National Enquirer. Or, when you start looking at the yellow journalism rags, inquiring minds want to know, etc. The Sun, stuff like that. Those publications were easy to tell that they were fakes. But now, since the mainstream publications, the nightly news, the TV newscasts at the end of the day, not watched like they used to be, the popularity got way down because people want to get all that stuff on the internet. And it's crowded with people who aren't journalists, posting other would-be news or opinion or everything that's not news.
You're getting the full melt.
And now, a Planet Green Trees flashback.
When do medibles have to be tested too? Is that also part of the caregiver?
Nope, that's only for the.
Will they have to be tested?
It's only for the dispensaries.
But there is a new restriction with respect to medibles in that patients can only make them for themselves.
Right.
And they've created new crimes for transfers outside of the caregiver.
They're very specific. But I mean, it's not.
That's what we just talked about.
It's no more harsh than the manufacturing.
No. They can be transferred. The medibles can be transferred from the registered caregiver to the registered patient, but not beyond. And that's how they would expect you to interpret the law.
Don't miss the Planet Green Trees show, Thursdays at 8 Eastern on Spreaker. Promotional consideration provided by NoSmell.com, pioneering the storage market for cannabis users. The NoSmell patented bag technology offers users 100% smell-proof detection from even the most sophisticated of noses. NoSmell.com, so nobody knows. When placing your order for a NoSmell bag, make sure to use discount code FULLMELT and take 10% off the entire order. Learn more about NoSmell technology at NoSmell.com.
Don't stop chasing, wander while the day brings up. Here comes the sunrise and we'll see the sunset. Coasting by the ocean with some music, turn it up. We got the whole night, 360 days of this. All I'm talking wide, the memories will make you, always make you smile.
Happiness is calling at sandiego.org.
When you need legal help, you don't want to guess at who's standing next to you in court. And when it comes to a medical marijuana defense, it's even smarter to partner with a lawyer before you need one. Based in Royal Oak, David Rudoy has a proven history of not being afraid to take your case all the way to the Supreme Court and win. Find the law offices of Rudoy Law
at RudoyLaw.com.
RudoyLaw.com is a quick reference on your rights concerning Michigan medical marijuana
and up-to-date news.
That's RUDOI Law.com. Call 248-935-9074 now and talk about your legal needs, because at RudoyLaw.com, we don't just stand up for you, we stand up with you.
My moderate to severe chronic plaque psoriasis made a simple trip to the grocery store anything but simple. So I had an important conversation with my dermatologist about Humira. He explained that Humira works inside my body to target and help block a specific source of inflammation that contributes to my symptoms. In clinical trials, most adults taking Humira were clear or almost clear, and many saw 75% and even 90% clearance in just 4 months.
Humira can lower your ability to fight infections, including tuberculosis. Serious, sometimes fatal infections and cancers, including lymphoma, have happened, as have blood, liver, and nervous system problems, serious allergic reactions, and new or worsening heart failure. Before treatment, get tested for TB. Tell your doctor if you've been to areas where certain fungal infections are common, and if you've had TB, hepatitis B, are prone to infections, or have flu-like symptoms or sores. Don't start Humira if you have an infection.
Ask about Humira, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists. Clearer skin is possible.
It's the Full Melt Radio Show.
All my friends are heathens, take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know. Please don't make any sudden moves.
Bang, bang.
You don't know the half of the abuse.
Hey, welcome to the Full Melt Show. It says that I'm on pause. I got paused for a second. It looks like we're back. Look, I told Terry that I'd go ahead and... We'd lost some of our live viewers during the pause, which really sucks. But I told Terry that I'd play some Buffalo Springfield for her. John is a little bit remiss to tell me he can't find the name of the... Wait a minute. Black Panthers? What? So, I don't know what the Black Panthers is the name of the song, John? Is that the song? Maybe that is. I'll bet you it is. I'm going to look it up in the meanwhile. I wanted to play this song. I noticed that some of the... Oh, wait, it's not plugged in. There we go. I noticed that some of the newer music is hearkening back to old artists. And this is Mondo Cosmo.
Stick with me, Jesus, through the coming storm.
I think this sounds a lot like Bob Dylan.
I've come to you in search of something I've lost.
Only here tonight on the Full Melt Show.
Shine down a light on me and show a path. I promise you I will return if you take me back. Let them get high, let them get stoned. Everything will be alright if you let it go.
And I love this hook to the song.
Let them get high, let them get stoned. Everything will be alright if you let it go.
It sounds like a 60s song to me.
My friends are so alone and it breaks my heart. My friends don't understand we all are lost. Shine down the light on them and show a path. I promise you they will return if you take them back.
Here we go.
Let them get high, let them get strong. Everything will be alright if you let it go. Let them get high, let them get strong. Everything will be alright if you let it go. Let it go. Come with me, Mary, through these mountains.
Oh, I got screwed by Facebook.
Stick with me, Jesus, till the end of time. Shine down a light on me and let me know.
I was going to put it in airplane mode.
and take me in your arms and never let me go.
I love this song.
Let them get high, let them get stoned. Everything will be alright, don't you know? Let them get high, let them get stoned. Everything will be alright, don't you know? Let them get high,
yeah.
Let them get stoned. Everything will be alright if you let it go. Let them get high, let them get stoned.
Yeah, Terry, there's no way I'm going out to, what is it, Rapid City? I don't know. Maybe I could one day. Terry says you should do a show at one of the Pond Jam parties. Pond Jam? What's Pond Jam? I want to know what Pond Jam is. It sounds gross. It sounds like it's got leeches and stuff in it for the Pond Jam. I have trouble with the Toe Jam. Pond Jam really freaks me out. Just saying. So, there you go. It's Mondo Cosmo. The song is called Shine. There you go. I love that song, by the way. So let me just, I think, let's see, John Schickler said, who is it? What is it? I think it may be, but you don't need to waste time on me. Don't worry. If we can find Black Panthers, I'll pull it up. I mean, we're here doing this, right? We might as well do it right. If I'm going to play, it's another All Request Thursday night. I mean, Friday morning. I mean, I don't know what it is. Not sure. So we're looking for, searching for, what was his name again? Mason? Let me see. I'll just type Mason. Mason Jennings, is that it? And it was, what was it? Black Panthers? Let's see if we can come up with that. We got that? Black Panther, here we go. We'll pull it up for you. This is Mason Jennings from Birds Flying Away, Black Panther on the Full Melt Show.
Black Panther, defy the power, fight the violence with non-violence. What good is justice if the scales are bent by a criminal government? Think of the dead in Vietnam. Think of the dead in Birmingham.
Whoa!
Think of the freedom we don't understand. A sleeping bed in a stolen night.
I like it.
Responsibility to understand, responsibility to take a stand, responsibility to know your place in the struggle of the human race. Black Panther, defy the power, fight the violence with non-violence. What good is justice if the scales are bent by a criminal government?
I like the flair here. It's got an ethnic flair.
Black Panther, fight the power, fight the violence with non-violence. What good is justice if the scales are bent together to fight the power, fight the violence with non-violence. What good is justice if the scales are bad by a criminal government? Think of the dead in Vietnam, think of the dead in Birmingham, think of the freedom we don't understand. A sleeping bed in a stolen land. Chayo! Mama listen, bro. Mama listen, mama.
Go. That's for my friend John Schickler, and I said that I'd play this for Terry Meritet, up there in the northern depths of Michigan. Likes the Buffalo Springfield because it harkens back to the 60s, right? I like
something happening here. What it is ain't exactly clear. There's a man with a gun over there, telling me I got to beware. I think it's time we stop. Children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. There's battle lines being drawn. Nobody's right if everybody's wrong. Young people speaking their minds are getting so much resistance from behind. Time we stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. What a field day for the heat. 1,000 people in the street, singing songs and carrying signs, mostly say hooray for our side. It's time we stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Paranoia strikes deep into your life, it will creep. It starts when you're always afraid. Step out of line, the man come and take you away. We better stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going. We better stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going. We better stop now. What's that sound? Everybody look what's going.
Harkens me back to the days where I used to spin vinyl. I don't do it anymore. I kind of miss it, frankly. All the old, normally I'd be doing a radio station liner right here. I'm not doing that, though. What I am doing is I'm playing this song because I used to play it going into the very first radio show that I started back at WHMI in the 80s. Every show I played this. I played a jazz show.
Make him the cutest that I've ever seen. Give him two lips like roses and clover. Then tell him that his lonesome nights are over. Sandman, I'm so alone. Don't have nobody to call my own. Please turn on your magic beam. Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream.
Here we go. Everybody all together now.
Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Make him the cutest that I've ever seen. Give him the word that I'm not a rover. Then tell him that his lonesome nights are over. Sandman, I'm so alone. Don't have nobody to call my own. Please turn on your magic beam.
Oh, they stopped because there's copyrighted material. They did it.
Mr. Sandman.
It's the Cordettes. It's copyrighted.
Yes. Bring us a dream. Give him a pair of eyes with a come hither gleam. Give him a lonely heart like Pagliacci. And lots of wavy hair like Liberace. Mr. Sandman, someone to hold. Someone to hold. Would be so peachy before we're too old. So please turn on your magic beam. Mr. Sandman, bring us, please, 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 Mr. Sandman, bring us a dream.
Oh, don't worry, YouTube. Don't worry, Facebook. I'm deleting the videos after we're over with. I just wanted to thank you for joining me tonight, Terry and John and Mike. And, I feel like I'm on the Romper Room. Oh, I've dated myself, the Romper Room. It's an old show. Go look it up on the Google. I'm not going to tell you about what the Romper Room is. I see Terry and Mike and John. I see Steve and Francis and Arnold. I see Theo and Wendy. I see my friend Eric. And I see you. Good night from this test edition, this successful audio test edition of the Full Melt Show in full color video on YouTube and Facebook.
The Full Melt Show is a production of TFM Media.